Welcome back to Impossibly Unremarkable, a podcast hosted by myself, Jonathan Butts, and my longtime friend, co-host, and little bitch, Elliott Markson.
That is right, and we're back for another podcast. And you got to go to the bathroom. Just go. No, it's cool. I know you should have done it before recording. It's fine. We'll just tape over it. We'll just edit it out. It's totally cool. Okay. All right, guys. Jonathan left, and this is a serious message for everybody out there. I'm being held against my will. I never wanted to do this podcast. Jonathan is keeping me prisoner. This isn't even my basement. He chains me up over in that corner over there, and I don't want to be here. Somebody call somebody before he gets back, please. Please, I need help, and I'm not kidding. I need somebody to call somebody. Oh my God, here it comes. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Awesome. How you doing today?
That's not going to play well with anyone who has access to YouTube.
Well, I know, but for the audio group, they're going to love it.
Before we recorded, he's like, I'm gonna do a bit today. You don't say anything. You just let
I didn't want you to be like, what are you talking about? It was a little different,
It was different. I liked it.
I felt like it was fun. I liked how your footsteps were just literally just on the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a great idea.
Yeah, what can I say?
You could be a sound engineer for film.
Really?
Oh, you need footsteps?
There we go.
I think that has to be one of the most ridiculous jobs ever. Like a necessary job.
Yeah,
I think,
like people who do sounds for movies and it's like they just slap stuff against other stuff and then try to get like a sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also has to be like a very lonely job too.
What, are they just alone in a dark room just slapping leather together?
It's not dark, but every clip I've seen of someone demonstrating what they do, it's just them alone doing everything.
Why is it just one guy?
You don't need two to make sound.
Sure you do.
No.
It'll be like, okay, you grab this stick, I'll grab this stick, and we'll hit them together and see what it sounds like.
Everyone has two hands. Most people have two hands.
Come on. Don't alienate the people who don't have two hands. I'm so sorry.
That's my bad.
Those nubbies out there.
Oh, that's way worse.
I'm kidding. You're all wonderful people, and we are not defined by how many limbs we have.
That's very beautifully said.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
I think you asked how I was doing.
yeah, how are you doing?
The answer to that question is I am doing all right.
That's good. That's good.
No complaints.
You've been having a good week? You've
Yeah.
been feeling good?
Yeah, so far. I'm very excited. I've got my couch being delivered this week.
Ooh, nice.
Very excited to finally have a couch. That's about it.
That's the whole thing. That's all you've been doing?
Yeah.
You got a couch coming.
Yeah.
What kind of a couch is it? Is it nice?
It's a sectional.
Leather?
It's an L couch.
L.
Oh.
How big of an L?
About the size that you take on a daily basis, bitch.
Oh! Nice. That was good.
Thanks, man.
That was good. That was solid.
It's about 10 feet in length.
That's pretty long.
And then you have about like a 60-ish inch chase.
Okay. Is that what they call it? A chase?
Yeah, it's like a chase.
Sure. It's like
chase?
it's chasing the other part of the couch.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. It's French, I'm assuming. But
Chasse.
Chaise, maybe? Chase?
I don't know. I'd have to see it. I did take French in college.
Wait, you really?
Oui.
How was it?
Hard. Dude, the literal exams for those are literally like, all right, talk to me in French. Like that's like, I mean, you'll have the written exams, but like at the end of the semester or like your midterm was literally you get into the office with your professor and you have a conversation with him in French.
Was that?
And then he grades you based on how well you did.
What year was that?
I did it freshman year, I think.
Really?
Maybe sophomore.
I feel like we would have talked about that because we were roommates freshman year.
Je parle français. I speak French.
Oh.
It's like the one phrase I know how to say.
I almost took Spanish again in college, but in high school it was getting too difficult. So
honestly, my favorite part about language courses is developing the accent for it.
That is true.
Like the French people, they talk like this, and they go like, "Oh, you want a baguette? Whatever, stupid American." Yeah.
Wow, man, in a room with a Frenchman?
Yeah, you might be.
Do you have any French in you?
No, I don't.
Just kidding, I'm not French.
Wow, you're on today. Look at you.
Thanks, man. I'll keep them coming.
But yeah, I mean, those classes are hard, but they're kind of fun. You learn about the culture too, and you think you can speak a language for at least a full semester, and then you learn that you really can't.
I remember in high school taking that like college in the school Spanish. Mm-hmm. So it was like a program like administered through the U of M.
Yeah.
And that's like when you actually get into like the real grammar.
Sure.
Like the deep grammar that they don't normally tell you
about.
Right.
When you get into the nitty gritty. and you're like, oh, I don't know this language.
And I remember it was me and a classmate, Logan, and there was, similar to you, we had like some kind of midterm exam where the two of us had to converse in Spanish. And I think we both ended up getting like a C or something on that specific thing. Because I wasn't very good. I'm not like great with grammar, at least when it comes to foreign languages.
Yeah.
So I would just use the wrong
like tenses
of each word.
That's like the hardest part in any language, like, or at least for my French experience, and Spanish is similar. So it's like your tenses, everything, like we've discussed on this podcast. In French, it's like everything, you have to use the right either feminine or masculine to, go before the words you're using. It's crazy. It's very confusing. And anyone who speaks French, God bless you.
And the other thing was, so there's like, and I'm going to butcher this, like if you speak Spanish or any other language, you'd probably understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But like there are words that are like to verbs. Like I think llorar is to cry.
Yeah.
But there's also that llora, that crying, I'm pretty sure.
Sure.
Like there's a way to say that I am doing it.
Yeah.
But instead I would just be like, yo ra. Like I would use the wrong, and like the entire conversation I was just constantly using the wrong phrases and trying to like get around what I'm trying to say by using the simplest option. But I still got college credit. It was like 15 credits.
You just got to pass. Yeah. I remember one time though, like, okay, this was really embarrassing. I was like in some apartment drinking with people or something at some point. I can't remember who these people were, whatever. And like, I don't know these people very well. They don't really know me. So I was like trying to be like funny and like, be like, oh, I'm taking French. Like I kind of speak French or whatever, like totally lying because I know I can't speak French. And I'd been drinking. So I was like, whatever. And then this girl's like, oh yeah, say something or whatever. And then I like said a phrase and then it was like the one phrase I could say. And then she full out comes speaking fluent French as, and I'm like, holy shit. Like I picked the wrong person to try to impress or try to like dupe into thinking I can speak another language.
And that person was Megan.
That's how we met. No, I don't even remember who it was. Oh. I don't think I know them.
I thought that was
some stranger.
Your love story.
No. Ours is much more simpler than that.
Megan speaks German.
That's for another day. I just remember this so embarrassing because I was like, I'm gonna trick these people into thinking I'm smart.
Did you use the same phrase that you just did?
I may have. I don't even.
I feel like even people who don't know French will like at least recognize that one.
Yeah, for sure. But like if they know zero French, they're not going to try to conversate with me. They're going to be like, sick, that guy kind of knows French.
That's true.
But no, it flipped on me and it ended up being horrible. So don't do that. If you don't speak a language, don't tell people you can speak a language.
Yeah, it's insulting.
It is. Well, she wasn't French though. She just happened to also take French, but was actually good at it. So there you go.
I think it just takes a very special person to be able to learn a language.
I know.
I don't think everyone can do it.
It's something in your brain. There's certain people where their brains operate a certain way and they can just learn language like crazy. Although like it's like don't like European people all know how to speak multiple languages? I swear they do.
It's much more common.
I don't know how they can all do it. Like you'd have the foreign exchange student coming in and he's like, oh, I'm from Germany, but my second language is French, but now I'm speaking English with you guys. And you're like, oh my goodness gracious. You little gem. Look at you.
I think, and I could be completely off base here, but I think it's just the culture that we're in.
Yeah.
Where it's like you speak English.
We speak English here. This is America.
And nothing else. And when you travel abroad, you expect other people to speak English.
Right. It could also be that we're in the Midwest too. Like we don't have as many people who speak other languages here. I mean, we have like a decent like Somalian population and stuff like that, but it's not like we're in like California where like Spanish is probably almost their like main language down there, or like a lot of people speak Spanish down there.
Yeah, that's
and like
true.
you might have to learn it it might be useful to know it down there. Whereas here, you're not going to run into that as much,
Yeah, I mean, my niece is growing up in Texas, and granted, she's just in like daycare, but they're already teaching Spanish at that age, which I think would be useful.
Oh yeah, I want my kid to learn another language because that'd be sick. Like if he could just like talk circles around me in French, that'd be sweet.
Pick a different language. Don't pick
Portuguese.
Okay.
Mandarin. Ooh, Mandarin.
Mandarin would be really cool.
You could do some crazy stuff with some Mandarin.
You really could.
Yeah. Could you imagine? I have like a toddler who just starts speaking Mandarin to you.
Mandarin.
That'd be incredible.
That would be. Speaking of your child.
Yeah.
Speaking of celebrating the birth of your child.
Yeah.
Did anything particularly exciting or interesting happen to you this weekend?
You know it did. We had a baby shower this weekend, and it was the second baby shower we've had. So we're going to have a total of 3, it sounds like. So we've had the first one, which was a smaller one, just like mainly Megan's family, and I think my mom came. And then this second one we had was like the friend shower. So it was like all of you guys, all of my college friends, a lot of Megan's friends. So it was a mix of guys and girls and everything. Whereas the first one, it was just the only men there were me, my father-in-law, and his father. And we played cards in the basement for the majority of it. And then I was called up to open gifts, which is how normally they're supposed to go. But this one was a little more like a baby party rather than a shower. Because there was like 30 people there, which is, I don't know how many people are normally at a shower, but that's pretty sizable, I think, for a baby shower.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys haven't had kids or you've got a kid on the way, but you've never had a baby shower, take notes from these folks. They're like racking up the gifts, man.
I mean,
can you
this wasn't
that?
how I planned
fucking
it.
Selfish of them. I'm kidding. I think that's normal, right?
I think so. I don't know. I mean, you only get baby showers for your first kid, which is something I just learned. Like, you don't get them for your second or third children if you have them. Like, you only get it for the first one because the assumption is like, oh, we already have all the stuff because you already gave it to us. So, I mean, this is it. So might as well just have like 3. Maybe we'll add a 4th. You know, might as well just keep getting the stuff.
You could.
Keep getting the stuff.
Because what are people going to say, no?
Yeah, what are they going to do? Tell me I can't have another party for my baby?
Wait, did you explain who the third shower's for?
Oh, the third one is going to be my family. So I believe my mom and my sisters-in-law are planning it. So that'll be a third one with like my aunts on my side and stuff like that. So
thanks for the invite. Guess I'm not family.
I mean, you can come, sure. I don't know. My mom will probably try to kick you out the door, though.
Really?
I think so, probably. She'll probably be like, what are you doing here? Get out of here. But yeah, so the one this weekend was super fun. Obviously, we had all the college friends over. There's a little bit of alcohol there, which made it a little extra fun. We had some beers, some seltzers. My father-in-law made this. I mean, I didn't have it because I don't drink, but I heard good reviews. It was this very strong, potent tequila punch.
Steve, congratulations. It was very good.
Yeah.
But, I mean, just right off the smell, you're like, okay, this...
I saw him pouring it in there. He's just like... glug, 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 glug.
Like father, like daughter.
Yeah. My wife is notorious for her heavy hand when making people drinks. But, I mean, to be fair, that's kind of on you guys because you know that she has a heavy hand, but you continue to ask her to make you drinks. You know what you're getting when you ask that.
Because
you can't complain about that anymore.
When someone else pours you a heavy drink, it's like cute. When you pour yourself a heavy drink, it's like
a problem.
Someone talk to this guy.
Right. If someone like tries your drink, they're like, "You made this yourself? Are you okay?"
Yeah,
but if somebody else made it, you're like, "Oh, well, they made it.
Yeah.
This isn't my fault. I didn't do this to myself, obviously."
It's all about shifting culpability for your alcoholism.
Right. Just trying to deflect the accountability for why your drink is so strong, so strong, and you're stumbling and blacking out and taking your pants off and falling down.
So part of the party was you guys had a couple different games.
Yes.
And one of the games was like a trivia-based game in which there was a question about this podcast, no less.
There was.
And the question was, how many episodes have we released, including guest episodes?
Yeah.
I can't remember your table. I think my table was the only one that got it right.
Mine got it wrong because we weren't allowed to answer. So, or did you answer for your table?
I did not answer.
Okay. Because we weren't allowed to. That was a pre whatever.
But your table had Megan, didn't it?
Yeah. Well, they got the right amount without the guest episodes.
So it's what,
which
29?
was 29.
Yeah.
Which this would be 30 now. But the correct answer was 32 with the 3 guest episodes, and I can't believe they didn't get it. But
well, it was funny. So John at our table, our buddy John was at the table I was sitting at. And he's like, well, they just released episode 29, and Neil was on, and Grog Games was on, and Hollamar was on. That has to be 32. And I'm like, man,
he's really, like in tune.
This is really nice to see. Someone cares.
Yeah. At least we have one super fan who knows all the episodes.
Thanks, John.
Shout out, John.
You can't come on the podcast.
Hell of a guy. Oh.
What?
He can't?
That was just kidding.
We'll see. Yeah, so that was a fun party. It was a lot of fun. Good seeing people, getting gifts, and I think we're ready for the old baby to pop out. You know, she's going to be 33 weeks this week, so she's really getting there. She's starting to get really preggy, and yeah, so she's ready for him to come out. The other day she said, I think he needs to come out. I'm going to pull him out myself if I have to. So classic pregnant lady antics that she's going through right now. But yeah, she's ready to birth that child, and as am I. I'm ready for it. Let's go.
Yeah, man, you've had a rough go of it.
Yeah, I have. You know, I have to like, I've watched a few YouTube videos about being a father, which is pretty tough. They were lengthy. They were at least 20 minutes long.
Do you have any last minute fears?
That I won't be good enough.
Well,
no, I don't know. I feel like, because I haven't held very many babies in my life, as we all know, and picking him up for the first time is going to be pretty scary for me. You know, making sure you get the support underneath the head so he doesn't flop his neck and snap it or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I learned? So I was, like I said, watching YouTube videos, trying to do some research about becoming a dad. And as a dad at the hospital, you have a few options and a few decisions you get to make. Mostly for yourself, but because Megan's incapacitated, you know, she'll be tired and have just pushed a baby out of her.
Why is she tired?
Yep. I'm gonna ignore that. So I mean, obviously I'll have to do like all the paperwork and fill everything out and deal with questions and shit. But I get to decide, one, as we all know, that you get to cut the umbilical cord if you want to do that.
Are you gonna keep it?
Keep the umbilical cord?
Yeah.
And do what with it?
That's not a joke. People do that.
What do they do with it?
People do that and they eat it.
That's the placenta. They eat the placenta. They don't eat the umbilical cord. There's two different things.
Really?
They just fry up the umbilical cord. Just gotta throw it in with my veggies.
People are fucking gross. I figured they eat everything.
No, they eat the placenta. You're correct about that. Because the placenta has a lot of vitamins and shit. That's where the baby gets it.
Where does the placenta go?
The placenta is attached to like the little, like the sac he's in. It's attached to the... It's in there, whatever. It's all in the sack. So they give birth twice. So she gives birth to the baby, and then the placenta comes out after.
Jesus, that's awful.
Yeah,
that sounds disgusting.
Yeah.
Frankly.
Well, the umbilical cord is attached to the placenta.
Oh, so you just kind of...
Yeah, you just grab the umbilical cord and you start yanking, and then it just comes out.
Are you sure no one eats the umbilical cord? Surely someone
probably
cord.
In the history of people has probably consumed an umbilical cord at some point.
I didn't say something ridiculous.
But I'm not saying that people do that on the regular, you know?
Are you going to eat the placenta?
No.
You don't?
Well, it depends. Maybe I'll do some research how many vitamins are in there. Maybe it's good for me.
So maybe it's like 50 grams of protein.
Oh, really? 50 whole grams. How many calories? Any sugar in there?
100. Zero sugar.
Zero sugar?
Yeah.
100 calories? 50 grams of protein. That's a good ratio. I might consider it. The other decision you get to make, and I didn't know about this, is probably something people will probably hear this and think I'm stupid for not knowing this, but you get to decide if you want to catch the baby.
What?
If you get to decide if you want to catch it. Like he shoots out of there and you got a mitt and then you just kind of catch him. No. So it's not a literal catching, but what happens
I totally believe it.
Is, when the doctor's pulling the baby out, he or she, the doctor will hand the father the baby and to catch it. So like you'll be the first person to officially hold the baby.
Are you gonna do that?
I don't know if every hospital does that. It was just one thing that I heard or read and saw on the internet, and some guy made a YouTube video about being a father and he mentioned it. So I'm thinking I get the option, and I hope they ask me because I want to catch them.
I mean, I would say if they don't ask you, I would still like go out of your way to ask.
Just be like, give him to me.
Yeah.
Give him to me.
What are they going to say? No, you can't have your own child?
Yeah, what are they going to do? It's mine.
Then you file a suit.
Yeah. No.
Oh.
So yeah, that'd be cool if I could be the first one to hold him, grab him, then cut the umbilical cord, and then yeah. Yeah, they give you a saw. They give you a nice little. It's like
more of an eating motion.
Cutting. Like cutting it up and eat. No, we won't be doing that. No. Although I heard that, or another part of that video was, I wish I remembered what it was. I could shout it out for all those fathers to be out there. But he said that when he was going to cut the umbilical cord, they gave him like dull scissors. So it wasn't like, in your mind, you think of it just like a snip.
Yeah.
He was like, for me, it was more of like a, like wiggling it around, kind of finesse it in there and sever it. And I'm like, I hope it's not like that for me. Give me a sharp pair of scissors. I'll bring my own scissors.
You should get like those like comically large like ribbon
cutting. Oh yeah.
Scissors.
For like a grand opening or something. Yeah, it's sort of like his grand opening to the world. So I'll just grab a giant pair of scissors and just.
Or just like bring like a pocket knife or like a machete.
They're like, okay, are you ready to cut the umbilical cord? We'll grab you the scissors. Oh no, I got it.
Just like whip out a switchblade.
I got like a hunting knife.
I'm sure someone's done that before.
Maybe. I don't know if they'd let you bring that in a hospital.
What are they going to say?
You can't bring that in here?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Well, yeah, so that's what's going on. And, yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much it. That's what's going on with me, you know. Ooh, March Madness.
Yeah, who'd you pick? Who's your pick?
Can I tell you? They haven't locked yet. We're competing.
Yeah,
I picked Texas.
Really?
Yeah, I did. Because I know Bama's supposed to win. I know Houston is also a really good team, but they're down a man right now. Like their best player is like questionable for the tournament.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I don't have them going super far, or I have them losing at some point before the Final Four. But I've got Texas winning against Alabama in the final. I don't know if that's smart. I have no idea. Someone can tell me. But Texas is a 2 seed. They seem to be pretty good. It doesn't seem outrageous. What I like to do when I prepare my bracket, because I don't watch college basketball, I'll just like search and like read a bunch of articles about how teams are doing and then look at different analysts like brackets of what they've done with their brackets and then kind of be like, okay, do I think that too? And then kind of model mine after theirs, but then tweak a few things and kind of go from there. So I kind of get my information from other people and then let that form my bracket altogether.
I got Ohio State going all the way.
Are they in it?
No. But you can do like a write-in.
Really?
Yeah.
No, you can't.
No.
You can write in a team that's not even in there. I mean, if you want, sure.
I filled out a bracket for work and then one for our friend group. And then
nice.
Both brackets, I picked Alabama.
Yeah, that's the most popular pick. I thought about doing that, but I'm like, but if they don't win, you know, I could...
Is this like their... And I don't follow college basketball whatsoever except for, every March.
Yeah.
Has Alabama like recently been a powerhouse? I feel like they're never one of the...
So they've been in the tournament the last couple years, I know for sure, but this is the first year that they've had like a powerhouse team. Like they're like one of the best teams in the country. They have apparently, according to a few analysts, have the best player in the country. I can't remember his name. But yeah, they're supposed to be super good this year, which is abnormal for Alabama basketball, at least since we've been alive. But it's kind of fun to see, switching to the guard. You don't have North Carolina in there. Kentucky's kind of not as good as anymore. Duke's always kind of in the mix, but they're not as much of a powerhouse anymore.
The 2 or 3 times I've picked Duke, they've failed
Yeah.
fairly early.
Yeah.
So, but I saw this graphic last week, and I wish I had saved it. And granted, this is just completely cherry-picking data.
Sure.
But since 1998, basically, if you know where Baylor is?
Yep.
If you draw a line going straight up from Waco through the country, anything west of that has not won the championship since 1998.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
97 was Arizona.
Wait.
So everything...
Didn't Gonzaga win it?
Where's Gonzaga?
Washington.
No.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Man, dude, I'm going to search this live. I got to know. Because when it comes to me, I have to know about sports. I've got to know it. I have to know.
I don't think Gonzaga's won it.
Hold on.
At least not since 1998. But 97 was Arizona. And so I was telling my coworkers this, and I was getting a bunch of shit because, granted, there are way more teams on the eastern side of that line than on the western side. But I figured there are still some powerhouse teams, like Arizona, or...
no, I'm wrong. They never won it. They did make it to the final, though.
Yeah.
I think that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wrong.
Damn right.
Yeah, you're right.
So that's why I didn't pick a team west of that line. But
yeah, that's smart.
Like I said, there are a lot of...
Wait, are the Longhorns west of that line? Where's Waco compared to...
Compared to...
I don't know. Where are they?
Where is the University of Texas?
I don't know. Where is it? Texas is too big.
I know Houston is east of Waco.
Okay.
But I don't know where.
Man.
Where, is it Texas? University of Texas?
University of Texas, right?
Then what's Houston? University of Houston? Houston University?
Yeah.
There's too many colleges. Entirely too much education.
I know. That's the one thing that I hate about the NCAA tournament. Too many colleges. We need to get rid of them. They're all just scamming these kids.
But I do like when weird private schools make it, you know?
Yeah. Like you're like, I got St. Mary's going all the way.
Is Oral Roberts a private school? It has to be.
Yeah, I think so. I believe it is. Where is this? Austin. It's in Austin.
Okay, so yeah, that's east of Waco.
Okay.
You're fine, man. You're fine.
No, I'm good. But
in our group, we've there's a punishment.
I established this for the first time. So before, we always used to do it for fun. I don't know. There was no point in winning besides bragging rights.
Yeah.
But this year, the winner gets $5 from every other participant, which is a whopping, I don't know how many people are in it.
Maybe $35.
$35 maybe. But so instead of last place being punished, I decided that second place will be punished for being the first loser, which also mixes it up a little bit because you want to win for the money, but you also don't want to come in second. So you either want to fill out your bracket to knowing that you're going to try to win the whole thing, or you want to try to just not come in first or not in second.
I thought about intentionally tanking.
Yeah. But the thing about the NCAA tournament is, I mean, unless you're picking a 16 seed to go all the way, you could accidentally just come in second.
Yeah.
If you're just filling it out somewhat okay, you could somehow get there.
And I've historically had very poor luck when it comes to picking teams.
Yeah.
I remember there was one year, maybe 2017, where I was perfect the first day.
Yeah.
I was part of 1% of brackets, probably less than 1% of brackets.
Which is impressive.
And then the first game, day 2, a loss.
Day 2, I feel like people's brackets start to just bust.
Yeah. But I was really proud in that moment, but I don't think I've ever done better than third.
Yeah, I usually end up somewhere in the middle or towards the bottom.
Did you say the punishment?
No, I didn't. So the punishment for second place, and this is the first thing I thought of, so I mean...
It's a good punishment.
So the second place finisher has to go to Buffalo Wild Wings, order a large order of blazing hot wings.
Large? Or do the blazing challenge?
I said large.
All right. I don't know if they'll even give you...
And then they are not allowed to leave the restaurant until the wings are gone. Maybe it's not large. We'll reevaluate, but I think that should be the punishment.
That's 20 wings or more.
How many are in the challenge?
10.
Okay, fine. We'll do that.
But the challenge is I think you have 5 minutes to do it. But I saw
you don't have to do the challenge, but you have to eat the wings. You can't leave until they're gone.
I think you should do the challenge because if you just order, hey, I'll take 10 blazing wings, they're like, okay. But you say, I want the blazing challenge.
Yeah.
There's going to be a spectacle. People will watch.
Okay.
And that's part of the punishment.
Okay, yeah.
But I saw a TikTok of a guy doing it, and he crushed it. And I'm like, you know what? I think I could do that.
I don't know, man. I've had them, and it's not... So they're hot. They're really hot. They are. I wouldn't want to eat them. But it's also, they just don't taste good.
Yeah.
They just don't taste good.
They taste gross.
The whole time it's going to suck.
The one time I had one, I had one boneless one.
Yeah.
And we had... It was with some friends in high school, and we had bought sauces and then made them at home.
Mm-hmm.
And it just sits in your stomach.
Yeah.
And makes you feel really gross.
If I come in second, I might... I don't know. I might just ditch town for a while.
You have to. You have to do it.
No, I will because I set it myself. My wife is exempt from the punishment because she's pregnant.
Bullshit.
And, that could harm... I don't know. I don't know what 10 blazing wings could do to a baby.
I was Googling that today.
Really? They probably don't know.
Well, I mean, I don't think anyone studied what blazing wings do.
Right.
But I guess spice in general
can induce labor.
Can naturally induce
labor.
So
if she comes in second, agrees to do it, she could give birth in a Buffalo Wild Wings.
That's on my list of favorite places to have a child.
In a Buffalo Wild Wing?
To both conceive and have them be born.
I mean, that'd be pretty incredible. Pretty crazy journey for that baby.
I feel like you'd have to... The kid would naturally be resistant to heat and
yeah,
spice.
Maybe. Yeah.
Just being born in that
Yeah. If you
atmosphere.
Sever the umbilical cord just before all of the spice gets to the baby, but just a little bit. They get positive aspects of that and are then immune to that spice.
I'm excited to see what happens. I would like to win or lose.
Yeah.
For last place, not.
I can't wait to see who comes in second. And I know I have got a couple people I hope it is.
I would love it if it was Kyle. That would be hilarious.
No, because I feel like Kyle wouldn't even go through with it.
He will.
He'd be like, dude, do I really have to? Blah, blah, blah. It'd become a whole thing. I don't know if it'd be as much fun.
That's not fair. It's not fair if we have a punishment system that only works for a few people.
He's still going to have to do it. Anyways, whatever. Yeah. Doesn't matter. Well, that's it. That's all I needed to talk about this week.
Is it recommendation time? Damn, we killed half an hour.
Fuck.
We got to fly through.
All right. Recommendation of the week. I will start.
Are you sure? I would love to go first.
You go first.
I have a great recommendation.
Please.
You've been seeing the bank closure issues?
Yeah, I heard about them.
Get your money out of the banks. Everyone, stop listening to the podcast. Run. Go to the banks. Get your money.
Go
out.
now.
If everyone does it at the same time, historically, nothing can go wrong.
That's right. If we all band together, a mob mentality, all pull our money out all at the same time. Put it under your mattress. Put it anywhere. Put it in your attic. Put it in your walls. Put it in the doghouse.
My favorite part of the Silicon Valley Bank going under is that on Twitter there was this tech investor who is fairly wealthy, and he was talking about how scary that day was, because him and his wife couldn't get their money out. But he basically said that he was in a group chat with like 100 other wealthy tech investors.
Nice, what a wild group chat,
and owners and CEOs and whatnot, and they were literally like peddling fear to one another. And so this group of insanely wealthy people could have easily caused a bank run, and they probably did, because they're all like, "Oh shit, I gotta get my money out right now." And so with all of these people withdrawing millions and millions and millions at a time, and that's the kind of panic I'm trying to incite right now.
Okay, so your recommendation of the week is to
go
take
to your
your
U.S. bank, go to Wells Fargo, get your money out.
Yeah, that's okay.
The cool thing is I don't have the kind of influence that someone with
imagine if you had a bigger platform. You could really shake up the world right now.
I think I would be a great fearmonger.
Yeah, you would,
if given the platform.
Yeah, I think you could. You seem like a guy who could run a cult pretty well.
Thank you.
Real Jim Jones type.
Do you have any recommendations?
Yeah, my recommendation of the week once again is an app for your phone. This is a game. And this is a game I've been playing for so long, and I love it so much.
It changes my opinion of you.
I know, I get that a lot. Everyone, once they see me playing it, they're like, "You don't play that, do you?"
When people play like mobile games, it's weird.
Yeah, well, call me a weirdo, baby, because my recommendation of the week is Marvel Snap. If you haven't heard about Marvel Snap, it is a app on your phone, a game on your phone, and it is a deck building game. So it is Marvel themed, so every...
You don't even like Marvel movies.
I don't. I think they're stupid, but this game is great. So you have a deck of 12 cards that you build on your own. Each card is a character, a Marvel character. Each character has different abilities on that card, and a lot of them kind of can be combined together to make interesting combos. And essentially the goal is there's 3 locations set on the field, right? And your goal is to win 3 of those locations. And you win those locations by getting the most amount of points at those locations. So each card has a point value and an energy value. So you have to play those cards. I'm going to try not to drag this out because I know a lot of people are going to hate this. But so you essentially try to get the most points. But each location also has an ability that is affecting the cards at play. So you try to create the best combinations to earn the most points to defeat your opponent, who is a real person you are playing online. So you can freaking just destroy him with your combos.
What does the app icon look like?
What does the app icon look like?
Is it a person screaming?
Why would it be a person screaming?
You've never noticed like a trend of mobile games that are like popular?
No, it's just Marvel. It just says Snap.
Oh.
It's a great game. It's a lot of fun. It's kind of addicting. And there's a lot more aspects of it, but I don't want to go too in-depth because I feel like it's best learned by playing it. Just download the app. Download Marvel Snap right now. Start snapping. Start earning those energy points. Start getting your levels up.
If you use code Elliott, you can unlock a level 5 Captain
Use
America
code
card.
Unremarkable to get 20. I wish. I wish that'd be my dream sponsor, to be sponsored by Marvel Snap.
Mobile gaming is just so weird. And like I've been addicted to mobile games.
Sure.
Like cock.
What?
Clash of Clans.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember that whole phase, Clash of Clans.
That was a big thing in like early high school.
Yep.
And then there's like a Clash Royale which like a cock spin-off with card building that your brother actually got me into.
Mm-hmm.
I supplanted him in that clan. He got kicked out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Suck it.
Yeah.
And I remember one in high school where it was my ex-girlfriend's dad who was like really into this. I can't remember this game.
Mm-hmm.
But it's basically like a game where you have a kingdom and you can like join other kingdoms.
Okay.
And like fight people.
Yeah.
And I was given an account to manage and like take care of. And basically the only thing I was supposed to do was like collect like farming supplies and materials and coins, and then use those to buy a shield so that I couldn't be attacked.
Oh.
Because if you're attacked, I think your like power level goes down.
Sure.
And your power level impacts your the team you're on.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember one day I forgot. Because you'd like buy, I think you could buy.
You had to keep up with it. You had to be on it like every day.
Well, not every day, but I think the shield would be like a week long or 2 weeks long.
Sure.
And the shield had lapsed and I got decimated. and
you got kicked out.
He was pissed at me.
Like legitimately mad.
And so I was like, I don't know if I can deal with this anymore. I don't know what I'm doing. Like I don't understand the game at all. I never attacked anybody. All I was just like a resource manager.
It was a test. You were dating his daughter. It was a test for you, and you failed.
And I did fail, which is fine. But
yeah, what are you gonna do?
Just mobile gamers scare me.
I mean, that game sounds stupid, anyways.
In 2 weeks, you're gonna be plugging it,
dude. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. If you like mobile gaming or you just looking for something to pass the time, download Marvel Snap. Give it a go. Why not? What do you got to lose?
I suppose it's time for a question of the day.
Question of the day. Let's hit it.
So I told you before we started that I had 2 questions for you.
Yep.
And no, okay, they just came back to my mind. All right, first question. They're unrelated.
Okay.
You probably heard the prompt before, but I would really like to gauge how much you value human life.
Oh.
There's a button you press. Each time you press the button, you get money.
Yep.
But someone dies.
Oh. How much money? You're asking me how many times I'm going to hit the button?
I want to ask you how many times you'd hit the button and for what amount would make you hit the button.
Oh.
$10,000.
$10,000?
Yeah.
A person dies?
Yeah.
I'm not hitting it.
Okay.
That's not enough.
So we've established a baseline. There is an amount of money that he wouldn't kill someone for.
Yeah.
$50,000.
No.
Okay.
Hold on. Is it just a random person? Do I get to decide who's dying?
It is completely random.
Do I know where in the world?
Nope.
I have no idea. Just someone in the world dies.
Someone in the world. The chance that it could be me is the same chance that it could be some dude in Kenya.
Could it be my wife?
It could be.
It could be anybody.
Yeah, but it's like a 1 in 7 billion chance.
Yeah, that's true.
So 50,000?
No, I'm not hitting it for 50.
100,000.
No.
Really? Okay.
I got to go pretty high.
$250,000.
Oh man, 250K. I mean, let's see. If I hit it 4 times, I'm a millionaire. No. Wait, I feel like...
Is it better for you if you can decide who dies?
Well, at least then I have some control. Because if you're hitting the button, you have 0 control. I mean, I guess yeah, it could be a shitty person, but it could also be a single mother trying to care for her family. So yeah, you're hitting that button. You don't know who's dying. That's awful. But if it's $1 million... now, okay, so...
So you would do it for $250,000?
No.
No.
I think it would have to be $1 million. It'd have to be $1 million button, and I might hit it once.
You might hit it once.
But if we're talking $1 billion, I'm hitting that thing 7 billion times. I'm just kidding.
I'm a quadrillionaire.
I have all the money in the world, and everyone's dead. No. That's a good question. If it's $1 million, I might hit it once.
Do you think you'd reach a point where you'd be like, okay, I have to hit it again?
But, exactly, because that's the thing. Once you hit it once, you're like, well, no one I know died. It seemed like nothing happened.
It feels like you've already broken the moral barrier.
Right.
So you're probably going to be less
as soon as you hit the button once, there's no telling how many times you'd hit it because you're like, does this button even do anything? It's putting money in my bank account, but is anyone really dying? How do we know? And until it affects you personally, you're not gonna change your actions.
What if you hit the button and then it shows you exactly who died? Does that change anything for you?
Yes, everything. That would change fucking everything. You hit the button, a little like hologram pops up, and it just shows some guy just having a heart attack in a Buffalo Wild Wings. It's Kyle.
Sorry, Kyle.
Yeah, if it's $1 million, I'd hit it once, I think. But at the same time, yeah, I'm just going to stick with that answer because there's too many factors here. Because like as soon as you hit it, like we said, like it just kind of changes your frame of mind. You're like, maybe I could hit a couple more times, get a few more millies in the bank. But no, it would have to be at least $1 million. That's my final answer.
Okay.
What about you? What amount of money are you hitting that button for?
I think right now I would say I probably wouldn't hit the button.
At all? $1 billion?
No.
Mark Zuckerberg dies. You get his money. Well, that's an easy yes. Not even for $1 billion? I would definitely do it for $1 billion. Because $1 million, I'm still like, but $1 billion? Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I could like live with myself.
But you don't know who it is.
Well, yeah, but it's still like a person.
Yeah, but devil's advocate, they could be dying anyways.
Could be.
They might have ended up dying anyways. Pretty soon.
Now, if I could pick who was dying.
Yes. Oh, that's a definitely.
$5.
Yes. $5. Free. I'll pay you. Yeah, if you could pick, that's definitely easy. That's an easy decision.
Who's like
Putin? Done.
Who's number 2?
Joe Biden.
Whoa,
I'm just kidding.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
Wow, that leads me into my second question.
Yeah.
So I want you to pick one of each.
Yeah.
Tell me a conspiracy theory you like wholeheartedly believe is not true.
Okay.
And then tell me one you believe is true.
Oh, this is tough.
So I'm assuming you believe in QAnon.
No. No.
Okay.
One that I totally don't believe is true. Oh man. Because I don't want to say. Because I like to try to keep an open mind. You know me.
Do you want me to say some conspiracy theories?
Sure. Start rattling a few off.
Right. Women can orgasm.
We just had a sex coach on. You know that's not true.
That's true. That's exciting. It hasn't been released yet, but it will be.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna love it in like 2 weeks, probably.
Sure. Yeah. Probably.
9/11, Kennedy.
See, those were the first two that came to mind.
Epstein.
So,
chemtrails.
I'm going to go ahead and say that I for sure believe that we landed on the moon. So I think those conspiracy theories are bullshit. I 100% believe we did. And it's because it's just so much weaker. Like the conspiracies behind that. Like, it was done on a stage and blah, blah, blah. Stanley Kubrick directed it. Like... Why?
Is that part of the
I'm pretty sure it is, dude. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, that one's stupid. And anyone who thinks also like flat Earth, stupid.
Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know where that comes from. Like that.
People just trying to be different.
Nonsense.
Like maybe the moon landing. Okay, whatever. I can get why you might try to think that. Whatever. But the flat Earth thing, like you're just being stupid.
We should. Would you like have a flat earther on?
100%.
I think I would like to do that.
I would love to talk to one just to understand where they're coming from, why they believe it, and I'd try to get them to convince me.
I'd probably ridicule them.
I mean, I'd try not to hurt their feelings.
I want to know. So is it infinite?
Right.
Or is there like a?
No, I think what they believe is that it just drops off. Right.
To where? How is it not?
Why has no one dropped off?
Come on.
I don't know. Maybe, there's got to be an explanation. Some flat earther's going to let us know what's going on. So if you're a flat earther out there, just let us know. Also, hit us up. You're welcome on the podcast. We'd love to talk to you.
Just one of our close friends comes out and tells us.
Yeah, probably be Hunter. Okay, so
Hunter is an educated man.
I know. I was just saying that just because I know it would grind his gears a little bit.
It's me. I'm the flat earther. You know what conspiracy theory I don't think is real?
Okay, yeah.
I don't want to pick the moon one, but I agree with you.
For sure.
Do you know anything about sovereign citizens?
What?
Sovereign citizens?
No, enlighten me.
So a sovereign citizen is an idiot who believes in this conspiracy that the government was like replaced at some point.
Oh, yeah, I've heard this.
And so, and it's I was actually reading about it today, and it was like blowing my mind. But basically, a sovereign citizen is a person who thinks of the United States as a corporation.
Yeah.
And they do not believe themselves to be an employee of that corporation.
Okay.
And thus, they're not beholden to the laws, regulations, and rules of that corporation.
Oh.
So the most common time you'll see a sovereign citizen is, and I've never seen one. Okay, I know one.
You know one?
I'm not going to talk about it.
Okay.
But I know one. But most of the time you hear about them is like at traffic stops.
Oh.
Because they will drive without a license.
Oh.
They will drive without a license plate. Or it'll say like sovereign citizen on it.
Wow.
Yeah, and so they get into just ridiculous, ridiculous shit with the law because they think it doesn't apply to them. But one of the conspiracies they believe is that when you're born, the United States Treasury starts like a fund for you.
Okay.
And you start to be worth up to several $1 million. And that you can, if you can game the legal system, if you can figure out the right documents to submit and all this stuff, that you can actually tap into that money and get that money back.
What?
Yeah.
Has anyone ever done this?
No.
Okay.
No.
That's
zero,
ridiculous.
there's zero foundation for
So
it.
you're telling me right now I could be worth a few million. I don't even need to hit the button.
You don't even need to hit the button. You just need to
It's
figure
already
out
in there.
This complex legal jargon. You need to
You just have to solve a puzzle.
Yeah.
It's like if you've seen that new Glass Onion movie.
Yes.
It's like you get one of those boxes in the mail and you just got to open it and then you get the code to your millions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. So why I have so many questions that I don't know how to articulate. I feel like, so if they think that the country is a corporation and they don't work there, why are they entitled to this money? What does that have to do with anything?
That's a good question. Why are they entitled to use the land, to use the roads? Because they naturally don't believe in paying taxes.
Yeah. So, but do they pay taxes? Sounds like all these people are just in jail. They don't have a license. They don't have a license plate. They don't follow the laws. They evade taxes.
Well, you know that person a year or two back, the one that I want to say it's like Waukesha. I can't remember. There was a person who ran over protesters and killed them in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
They represented themselves in court as a sovereign citizen.
That just kind of tells you the intelligence level of these people. If you are representing yourself in court, you are already you're going into that situation with both hands tied behind your back, and you never want to be in that situation. Why would you try to do that? What kind of a person? Only a person who believes that the United States is also a corporation and that they are not employed there would think that they could prove in court that would be the truth.
It takes a special breed of stupid to be able to do that. But it's all people that are like just disgruntled with the U.S. government.
Right. And they're just anarchists, right? Conspiracy. They just want a reason to believe what they believe. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's one I firmly believe is false. Whatever faults the United States has, which is many.
Sure.
I don't think
they're not a corporation.
No, they're run by corporations.
It's true.
And I think that 9/11 was staged.
What?
It's a wild thing to figure out.
Dude, that would be crazy if you believe that.
That one upsets me.
Yeah, that one's pretty stupid too.
It's just like, why?
It's like, why are we trying to do this?
Let's not trivialize these people's deaths.
Yeah.
The government didn't do it.
Okay, the conspiracy I believe is true 100% is that lizard people are real and they're living under the ground. They run our countries. They run our governments. Tim Walz, governor of Minnesota, he's a lizard person. Truly believe it.
Q.
Just kidding. No. That is also bullshit. But what I do... Stop. It was a joke. It was a joke, all right? It was a joke. But what I do believe is okay, so you know the JFK conspiracy?
Okay.
This is barely a conspiracy, but I saw a documentary about it, and it changed my mind.
Really?
Yes.
Which theory? Because there's several how he died.
What I watched... And I don't know if I believe this 100%, but it definitely leaves me open to other possibilities because JFK is so damn interesting to me. But, so, what I believe, or what I am slightly convinced towards, is so Lee Harvey Oswald was there. He did fire 2 shots, right?
Sure.
First one missed. Second one hit him went through his throat. That's when he went like this. Whatever. He was probably going to be paralyzed or whatever. Anyways. But the kill shot to the back of his head in this documentary, there was evidence that it came from directly behind him. So, in this documentary, JFK, he was driving in his car. Mm-hmm. He had a car full of Secret Service people behind him, and they were all armed. So the theory is that one of the Secret Service agents stood up, and there's video evidence of this, that he stood up in the car after the first shot was fired. So he heard the first shot, stood up as if he was alert, right? So he's got his gun in his hand. He's pointing it, whatever. Then what happened was the second shot was fired, hit JFK, and then the car starts speeding off, right? Eventually, whatever. Anyways, I can't remember all the details. But essentially what happened was he was jarred forward, hit the trigger on his gun, shot JFK right in the back of the head. That was the kill shot that everyone famously talks about because...
Because what?
So when you get shot, typically, isn't the... I don't know enough about this to talk about it.
Point of entry is...
Yeah, point of entry, point of exit.
Yeah, point of exit has... Are you trying to say point of exit has the more explosive, gory
Isn't
part?
It the other way around?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I've never shot somebody. Anyways.
I have.
I can't remember. I should watch the documentary again. I wish I knew what it was called. But he shot the guy in the head, and then that's when he died, and that was the kill shot. But Lee Harvey Oswald was there, and he did try to assassinate the president. So it's not too far-fetched, and it is kind of just Also, they know who the Secret Service agent is, and no one could get in touch with him after or something. So pretty crazy.
So you're telling me he was standing...
Yep.
With his gun pointed towards
JFK. When you say it like that, it sounds stupid.
And then the car jerked, and he's like, "Oh,"
I think so.
That was an accurate gun sound, by the way.
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know. That's the worst theory I've ever heard.
Yeah, could be.
I'm glad you believe it, though.
I'm open to other theories as well, but I just think that's pretty cool.
No one said it.
And the way okay, to be fair.
None of the other Secret Service agents hey, this guy just killed JFK?
Yeah.
Okay.
Full disclaimer, the way I articulated it was very poor.
Wait, really?
But in the documentary, it was very convincing. I'm so stupid.
I thought you did such a good job.
Oh, man. I'm backtracking. I'm going to go lizard people.
All right. You got some bizarre news?
Yeah.
Mr. Conspiracy.
Okay.
There was actually a gust of wind, and the Service man's pistol went off.
Dude, you know what? Roast me. Please roast me in the comments. Let me know what actually happened to JFK, because we all clearly know. All right. Speaking of Buffalo Wild Wings.
I saw this.
Man suing Buffalo Wild Wings restaurant chain after claiming boneless wings are actually just chicken nuggets. So this man is claiming damages after he discovered the wings he bought in January were actually made of slices of chicken breast meat.
What? Who cares?
He claims that it was false and deceptive marketing and that the boneless wings are actually just chicken nuggets. So this is a whole thing. What is this guy fucking talking about? Apparently, when he ordered the wings, he assumed that they would be chicken wings just taken with the bones taken out. But what he got was fried meat.
Here's the thing, what do you expect? When for a boneless wing, what you need to slice the meat off of the wing and then ball it up and fry it?
Yeah, I guess that's what he was hoping. It's funny. It says somebody, I think it was from. So there was a tweet, I think from the official Buffalo Wild Wings account. It said, "It's true. Our boneless wings are all white meat chicken. Our hamburgers contain no ham. Our buffalo wings are 0% buffalo." Which I thought was a very clever response to this man's stupid accusations of saying that, complaining that his boneless chicken wings were just chicken.
When I was reading it, it was saying that the firm that is brought the lawsuit up is looking for people to join in. I don't know if they're trying to file a class action.
Yeah, but think about that just means every restaurant that has boneless wings on the menu then has to change it to something else. Chicken clumps. You know what I mean?
I mean, I feel like everyone's liable for everything. Like how many diners have you gone to that are like, we have world famous donuts?
Yeah.
You know,
It's like, what do we now? We can't say anything.
yeah,
You know, like what do we like? Come on, like a place that says we got the world's best cup of coffee.
yeah.
It's like prove that it's not.
I just like I don't. There's no way this is the first time this man has eaten Buffalo Wild Wing like boneless chicken.
Oh yeah, he's definitely been there before. You don't just go to B-Dubs on a whim. You go there because you love it.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is just ridiculous, utter ridiculousness from this man. I can't believe that he's trying to do this, and it's gonna end up being nothing.
Although if there was a class action, I would join in just to get like my $2.10 check.
Yeah.
For when they eventually win and crush
Sure.
the man.
Let's join the movement.
Real boneless. Like, are there?
This is the real conspiracy theory.
Are there real boneless wings? Real boneless
I don't know.
wing meat?
Like, what is? Just want a pile of meat from with the bone taken out? You know, it's just a clump of meat.
Fuck you.
Would that be more appetizing? Come on.
I don't know.
Give me a break.
The way B-Dubs makes their boneless, like the way they put the sauce on is like makes me want to gag.
How do they put the sauce on?
They just have like they have tubs in the kitchen that are just filled with the sauce, and they just like dump them in like the same communal tub, and like shake them and like put them back.
Oh, gross!
Right?
Yeah, that's pretty gross.
Like, you're like touching like so the chicken that you are eating has been in the same bin as someone else's chicken. Obviously, no one's like touched or eaten it or like chewed on it. It just like doesn't sit right.
It's a little, it's a little like, but it's fine.
Yeah.
How else are they supposed to do it? They got so many people to serve.
We'll just like individually paint each.
That would take way too long.
No.
Just get a tiny little paintbrush, get some sauce on there, and just.
That's why I'm gonna open the world's first craft boneless chicken.
Wow.
Restaurant.
Okay, go for it. Do it. You can do it. You can do anything.
You look loaded up to tell me another bizarre.
Yeah, I got another story here.
Tell me.
So this one, Maine motorists fight for the right to have naughty vanity license plates.
Is that Maine or New Jersey that has the like live free or die? Which one of those?
I think that it's not New Jersey, but there is a state where it's like on their license plate that says live free or die.
Yeah.
It's something wild. They're very extreme out there. Could be Maine. Could be. So this one, basically Maine is trying to crack down on like what you can put on your license plate. So like a lot of states ban certain words or phrases or whatever that you put on your license plate, and Maine's trying to crack down on this. So they basically recalled certain people's license plates if they have a vanity license plate. But this particular person that this article is about, let me just read it. So a vegan whose custom license plate contains the word tofu is one of the motorists caught in the state crackdown on vulgar license plates.
What?
Yes.
Tofu?
Tofu. A Maine vegan whose custom license plate contains the word tofu is one of the motorists caught in this thing. Whatever, I just read that. Car owners across the United States can pay an extra fee to customize license plates. Yeah, we all know this. So they recalled 274 plates that they deemed inappropriate. The state license plate that this man had simply read "Love Tofu," Luvtofu.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, there's no way that dude like did that innocently.
So he claims
love to F you. Fuck. Come on, man.
Yeah. Yep.
That's great license
But
plate, though.
he's a vegan. I think he might have done it by accident. Or it's an entendre and he knows it's both.
Yeah.
Which is pretty clever, and they should let him keep it.
That is pretty clever.
So he insists that he had no intent of doing this, and he just is a vegan. And he said the evidence of this is that his car, the back of his car, also has multiple tofu stickers, or like, they're just stickers, like a bumper sticker or whatever on the back of his car about tofu. So, he just says, it's my protest against eating meat and animal products.
I mean, there's many free speech arguments to be made here.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure most states have like rules about what you're allowed to have on vanity plates.
Yeah, they do. But I think his is kind of fun. Love tofu. Love to F. That's so funny. That's great. Let him keep it.
Next time your plate expires, try that.
Yeah.
See if you can do it.
I don't know what Minnesota's rules are, but we'll see.
You can definitely have vanity plates, but
yeah, you can.
Explain that you're a diehard vegan.
I'm a vegan.
You love tofu.
I love tofu. I love it. If you had a vanity license plate, what would it be?
I don't know. Imp.
Why?
Imp unrem. Try to do the podcast. Imp.
Oh.
Or just
I thought you were just saying like an imp, like a little elf.
No. Imp unrem.
Impermur.
What would you have? Mr. Clever?
Mine would probably just say like
We've reached that point.
We've reached that point in the podcast.
Before we end it,
yeah,
I want to complain about naming things and restrictions. Did you know in Madden 23?
Yeah.
When I recently created my first, you can play as like yourself.
Sure.
I made a quarterback. I'm not allowed to use my own last name.
Oh, because it's inappropriate.
It is too profane.
But
who the fuck cares? It's an offline game. I'm only playing
That's
with
true.
myself. Who cares what the name is?
This guy can't show his friends.
Exactly.
Yeah, you should be able to name your Madden character whatever you want as long as it's not online. If you're playing offline, I should be able to make Cock Penis the quarterback of the Miami Dolphins if I want to.
And you know what I like about MLB The Show?
Yeah.
For like a decade now. So that you can create a player. You're allowed to have the last name Butts, B-U-T-Z.
Good.
And you can assign audio, pre-recorded audio, so that the announcers can say your name.
That's sweet.
You know what word is, or what last name is in that database?
What?
Butts.
Butts.
It's B-U-T-T-S, but they still say
Still
it.
sounds the same.
So for a decade, I've been listening to, announcers say my name, make me feel like I'm part of the game. Whereas in Madden, I can't even be myself.
Yeah.
Now
famous NFL player, Dick Buttkiss.
Dick Buttkiss.
Have you ever thought about that? That was a real man's name. His name was Dick Buttkiss.
Makes me feel better about it.
And they honor him because he's like a famous player. Dick Buttkiss. Dick Buttkiss.
Stop. I'm like laughing at
Dick
it.
Buttkiss?
Like I'm 2 years old. 5 years old.
Could you imagine growing up with that name? That would be a tough time.
Yeah, especially I'm assuming Dick Buttkiss is much older than we are.
Oh, yeah, much older.
You would have grown up in like a period where like
I would have just gone by Richard.
You were just like kicked to death in elementary school.
Oh, yeah.
That kind of name.
He grew up in a time where people were just smoking cigarettes because they thought it was healthy.
Yeah. Speaking of, when I smoke a cigarette, there's nothing better than Virginia Slims.
Thank you, Johnny Smokes. And I think that should wrap it up today.
Any closing thoughts?
My closing thoughts, if you have a vanity license plate, just keep doing you. Preferably just make it clever, like the tofu one. That was pretty fun. Also, let us know what conspiracy theories that you are into. What do you believe? Because clearly I don't know enough about any of them to actually fight for my opinion. Conspiracy theories.